New Year's Eve.
Expensive. Gross.
Okay, just out.
Who is it?
Oh.
Don't look at that. Do that again. Good morning. We are just on the road from Fredericksburg, where we had a wonderful night at the Fredericksburg Comfort Inn, welcomed by Katie from Corpus Christi behind the front desk. And she's part of a larger Corpus Christi crew that has come over to manage the Comfort Inn in Fredericksburg. Had some sausage and eggs this morning and some coffee. And we're now going to Austin, where we're going to pick up some friends and get them in the truck and head down to Fort Bend, Texas to knock on doors in State House District 28 to elect Dr. Eliz Markowitz to become one of at least 9 Democrats to replace Republicans to take a majority in the State House for the first time since 2001. So that's what we're up to this morning, trying to find a good radio station. We had some Stones earlier, some Lizzo. Let me see if I can get back to the Lizzo. I hope you are doing well. It is absolutely beautiful in Fredericksburg. It is 70 degrees on, what is today, the 10th of January? On the 10th of January, something's up. So it feels like spring or even like summer, frankly, 70 degrees in the morning. In El Paso yesterday, it was 30 degrees.
Yeah, it was cold.
So it's much warmer here than it is in El Paso. Excited to be in Austin to see some friends and then to head down to Fort Bend. And if you want to join us in Fort Bend this weekend, we're going to be knocking on doors, talking to voters, helping Dr. Eliz Markowitz win her election to represent her community in the state legislature, to make progress on public education, on access to health care, on common sense gun laws, on ensuring that Texas takes a lead in confronting climate change. All of this important work. If you want to join us, you can go to betoo'Rourke.com/HD28, and you can actually sign up for a shift and knock on doors with us. There are folks driving from all over Texas to come down to HD28. There are folks who live in HD28, in Katy, in Sugar Land, in the unincorporated areas of Fort Bend, who will be joining us. You'll be in great company. Come on down. So betoo'Rourke.com/HD28, or you can just go to betoo'Rourke.com if you're interested in learning more about Powered by People, which is the organization that is sponsoring this volunteer activity, this canvassing this weekend. And by the way, you can make a donation at betoo'Rourke.com as well. We're going to get a much better, snappier website address for you. Powered by People was taken, and the guy who owns it wants to sell it for, what is it?
$20,000.
$20,000.
Crazy.
That's highway robbery. We're not going to pay that. But we'll find something. We'll find something that works.
Hey, Beto, it's expected that it might rain coming up this weekend, but rain or shine, we're out there, right? So
rain or shine or sleet or snow, hail or locusts, we will be out on the streets, knocking on doors. In fact, I brought my rain jacket, which also could serve as a locust jacket in case you have a biblical plague coming down. We're all in. And listen, to be clear, while block walking is fun, and it's going to be especially fun because there are literally hundreds of people from all over Texas who are converging on HD28 to knock on doors. So we'll have great communal breakfasts and beers in the evening and a chance to catch up with one another. The work during the day is going to be really tough and maybe made even tougher by the rain. But I wouldn't do this work. Those who are coming down would not do this work if we didn't feel that this moment was so important and that this election was so critical in ensuring that Texas can make it, and by extension, that this country comes through. Because if we win these state house races, if we flip the Texas House, not only can we end the racist gerrymandering in the most gerrymandered state in the country, following a census year 2020 and the redistricting process that will take place. Not only do we make progress on gun violence, on climate change, access to healthcare and public education, but we also help up ballot races like those for the United States Congress, keep Colin Allred, keep Lizzie Panel Fletcher, who picked up their seats in 2018, but maybe pick up 4, 5, even 6 new congressional seats that could now be represented by Democrats, and defeat John Cornyn, and make sure that we organize on a statewide basis all 254 counties to deliver the 38 electoral college votes to whoever our Democratic nominee is for president, which more than any other thing, more than any other state, could put Donald Trump away once and forever. It would be crystal clear, both from the popular vote and with Texas's 38 electoral college votes through the Electoral College, that this country has chosen a better, more positive, more progressive path, and we will not have to worry about Donald Trump anymore. So all of that, all of our aspirations and ambitions begin with this special election that's taking place in Fort Bend. It'll be decided on January the 28th. Early voting begins the 21st of January. So knocking on doors tomorrow and Sunday makes all the difference in the world. And we want you to join us. And there's a reception tonight. If you sign up in time, we'll invite you to the reception. Come have a beer, have some barbecue with us tonight, and then let's get ready to knock on doors tomorrow. That's at BetoO'Rourke.com/HD28. And we were hoping to show you the sunrise, but it is very overcast right now as we make our way to Austin.
Also wanted to mention that in addition to folks that are coming in from the 90 plus cities, also want to give a special shout out to the local super volunteers.
Oh, like Catherine?
Catherine, we have
Catherine, Melanie.
Yep, Melanie. Jan.
Sally.
Yep.
Dan. So we've got
Ray.
This amazing super volunteer, Dan, who has literally opened up his house to host basically a field headquarters for this weekend, from which we will launch all of our different canvassing efforts in HD28. We have another amazing group of volunteers, Alvin and Robin, who are opening up their home to host us all. We have folks who have chipped in to provide the breakfasts, the dinners that we're going to be having. And as Cynthia said, people are literally driving in from more than 90 different cities to come to Fort Bend tonight and knock on doors tomorrow and on Sunday, and then to do it all over again the next weekend, which will be the last weekend before early voting starts. If you care about democracy and this country and the state of Texas and our potential to play a positive role in the future of America, it all begins in HD28, knocking on doors for Dr. Eliz Markowitz and joining us tonight. And find out more information by going to BetoO'Rourke.com/HD28. I'm trying to find a good station for you, Carl. If you have recommendations for a radio station on the drive from Fredericksburg to Austin, let me know. This is for Jake Clayburgh.
This is his songs, Lexus.
It's got a yacht rockish vibe to it. Everyone who's out there who's having their first cup of coffee or their 10th cup of coffee, those of you getting your kids ready for school or who've already put them on the bus, and on our way out of Fredericksburg, we saw a cute scene where there was a school bus that had stopped. You know, it's a 2-lane road at that point, and So all of us had stopped behind the school bus, and there was a dad who was walking his 2 kids to the school bus. And as soon as they saw that all the traffic had stopped, the dad released the kids. He was like holding onto their backpacks, and they rushed up onto the school bus. And of course, it made me think about my kiddos in El Paso, who are, it's an hour earlier there, so they're just getting up right now, and will be getting on their way to school. So everyone finishing their workout, or who's just starting their workout, on their way to work, just finishing their shift at work, good morning to you. We're glad to be with you. We're glad to be driving Texas again. We are 555 miles into this trip. We did Fredericksburg. We did El Paso to Fredericksburg in how long, Cynthia?
Like 7 hours.
We started in El Paso at 2:36, and we got to Fredericksburg at 10:10. We stopped in Ozona, and we called ahead to Chatas.
Yep.
We called ahead to Chatas to order burritos on my part. What did you have?
I had the chicken fajitas, which were very, very good.
All really good. We highly recommend Chatas in Ozona, and also the Stripes gas station just down the block from Chatas, where I met Gavin and his friend Dylan. Gavin behind the counter, his friend Dylan was there, and got to meet them.
Sun Radio 100.1 is what folks are saying is the station
I'm
to
on
listen to.
Here it goes. What do you think, Connor?
I like it. So far, so good. I like it. And then after this song, maybe you can talk a little bit about Powered by People, Beto.
This is Coldplay. Give me your thoughts on Coldplay.
I love Coldplay.
Yeah, have you seen them?
I've been wanting to see them. I have not had a chance to see them in concert. Have you?
I have never seen them. Never seen them. I'd be open to doing that. I think Amy would probably really enjoy that.
Lisa Flores is on. Beto, she
No
says
way.
hi. Yep.
Lisa, come down to Fort Bend with us.
Ernest Clark is on. Good morning, Ernest.
No way.
Yeah.
Ernest. This is the original crew on the live stream.
That's
Ernest
right.
and Lisa, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Good to know that you all are out there.
Sun is coming up.
You're giving me directions, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. We're on this for 6.9 more miles.
All right, 6.9 miles, folks.
So, folks want to know if you can talk a little bit about what Powered by People is, Beto.
We had a good description of it on the live stream last night. Let me see if I can retrieve that. Lisa, Ernest, Cynthia, all these amazing people who came together in the 2017-2018 Senate race in Texas, connected with tens of thousands of our fellow Texans, all of whom made a commitment to volunteer. We had over 20,000 people canvassing for us in Texas. That means knocking on doors, not getting paid a dime, setting up pop-up offices in their homes, in their communities, across 254 counties. It was the largest volunteer mobilization for a political campaign in the history of the state of Texas. And as you all know, at the end of the day, we won more votes than any Democrat had ever won before. And though we didn't defeat Ted Cruz, we came close, we didn't beat him, we helped people win their races. 12 state house candidates, all Democrats, replaced 12 Republicans who were sitting in the state legislature, getting us closer to a Democratic majority. We elected 2 Democrats, Colin Allred and Lizzie Panel Fletcher, to replace long-serving Republicans in the United States Congress. 17 African-American women elected to judicial positions in Harris County, where you saw a nearly Democratic sweep of every single position in that county. That was the power of people overcoming racist gerrymandering, voter suppression, all the fucked up things in place in Texas on purpose to keep people out of their democracy. All of us said, to hell with that. We're going to overcome that, transcend that, and connect with our fellow Texans and bring them to the ballot box. And we did, and we saw extraordinary results. We want to see what we can do to again help organize and mobilize that volunteer effort, that power of people, not money, not corporations, not consultants, not polls, but just people talking to people in these state house races all over the state of Texas, like the one that we are going to knock on doors for this weekend in Fort Bend, Texas for Dr. Eliz Markowitz. My belief is that if enough of us get after it, get in our trucks and cars or Greyhound buses and come down to Fort Bend, and then following that in these other state house districts and knock on doors, and one person to another, one Texan to another, one human to another, talk about why this is the most important series of elections in our lifetimes, we will bring enough people to the polls to win that majority, to win more congressional seats, to defeat John Cornyn, and ultimately to defeat Donald Trump. So that's what Powered by People is all about. Using the power of people to change the people in power. You don't like the gun laws in Texas? You don't like the fact that we failed to lead on climate change? You don't like that we are the least insured state in the country where thousands of people die who, if they had access to Medicaid, would have lived? You don't like the fact that we make it so hard for people in the disability community to get a world-class education, or to access places of public accommodation, or to be able to live to their full potential? Then you've got to change those who represent us right now in the state legislature. And Powered by People is a way that you can get involved. If you sign up, and right now the website is BetoO'Rourke.com. If you sign up there, we'll put you to work. Again, it won't be easy. I happen to think it's fun work, but it's not easy work. It's tough work. It's knocking on doors, it's making phone calls, it's helping register people to vote. But if you're willing to do that work, then you are willing to get the change that you want and that we need as a state and as a country. So that is Powered by People. How was that?
That was great.
That's a description.
That was a great description. Here we go.
This is Black Pumas. I don't know if I'm familiar with them. Do you know them?
I do not.
So your weather report from the road, overcast, 70 degrees, sprinkling a little bit, but otherwise, a beautiful morning. Wanted to, Cynthia and I were just talking about some of the tweets that I posted yesterday, and that we then reposted on Facebook. Two of them. One, thinking about all of our friends and our fellow Americans in Puerto Rico, much of that island still without electricity, much of that island still recovering from natural disasters from years ago, much of that island suffering because the Trump administration refuses to release billions of dollars appropriated by Congress. So your representatives, your government, your tax dollars, committed to helping Puerto Rico get back on its feet. The Trump administration has not released the money yet, which is, in Speaker Pelosi's words, illegal. And I trust her on this one. It is illegal when Congress has said you will release these funds by this date, and the president refuses to do that. So want to draw your attention to that, want to ask you to increase the pressure on your members of Congress so that they increase the pressure on the administration, and so that there is some accountability, and then so that there are consequences for this failure to help our fellow Americans. And then the second development that I want to draw your attention to is the fact that yesterday in the House of Representatives in the United States Congress, they passed an important resolution that will seek to limit the president's ability to take us to war in Iran. Overwhelmingly, Democrats voted for this. I think there were a few Democrats who didn't, who were in so-called frontline districts where, I don't know, you never want to guess someone's motivation, but they didn't vote for this resolution. And these Democrats were joined, I think, by a few Republicans, which for some was a little bit of a surprise. But to all who voted for the resolution, I just want to send my thanks and my gratitude for asserting Congress's prerogative. In the first article of the Constitution, it's very clear that only Congress, only the American people through their representatives in Congress, can make the awesome decision to declare war and to wage war on another country and to kill people in the name of America and to have Americans put their lives on the line and potentially be killed in the name of this country. And so to all those who have the courage to take that vote, I just want to say thank you. And to those who are working on this same kind of resolution in the Senate under the leadership of Senator Tim Kaine of Virginia, I want to thank you as well. And I also want to thank Republicans, those Republicans who have been outspoken on this. I saw Senator Lee talk about the absolute disregard that the administration holds Congress in their briefing about the assassination of Soleimani in Iraq, the Iranian general who was in Iraq at the time, and how, in Senator Lee's words, and I'm paraphrasing, Congress was just supposed to be good, follow the direction of the president, not ask complicated questions, not have their patriotism questioned. So for the Democrats, for the Republicans, for those Americans representing us in Congress who are willing to do the right thing, I just want to say thank you. And I hope that we get a majority in the Senate who will follow suit. All right, Cynthia, talk me through this turnoff that we have right here.
I think it looks like there is going to be a little bit of traffic coming up, so we're just going to stay in this lane in 0.5 miles, making a right.
Okay.
East Highway.
Guess what? There was a sign saying listen to 100.1 on the side of the road, and then there's 100.1, and then the people on the
They're
live
telling
stream
us
told
what to do.
We must be on the right station.
We are.
Am I taking it right here?
Yeah, not here.
No.
No, keep going, keep going. Good. Stay in this lane. Hey, Ruth. Ruth, our buddy Ruth Kessler's on. We had Stephanie Keegan on.
Oh, Stephanie. Stephanie's running for the State House in New York. We wish
She
her
is.
the best of luck. So I'm not taking it right here.
Not yet. Almost.
I really want to take that right.
I know. I know folks are getting ready, so maybe we should sign off now.
Yeah, we're hitting some big traffic. So for those that we're coming to see in Austin, if you are tuned into the live stream, know that I think we're still actually going to be on time. We're running into a little bit of traffic. And then to Amy and Ulysses and Molly and Henry, who it's an hour earlier in El Paso, are probably just getting cranking. Amy just making her cup of coffee. Ulysses just dropped the toast into the toaster. Henry's brushing his hair. Molly, I guarantee you, is still in bed and is the toughest of the three to get up. But good morning to you all, and looking forward to talking to you and hearing how the morning is starting. And to everyone else in Texas, have a great day. And to those who are joining us in Fort Bend later today and on Saturday and Sunday to Block Walk, we're so excited to see you and to catch up with you. And anyone else who wants to join, you can go to BetoO'Rourke.com, sign up, find out more about what we're doing. And if you want to support the work that we're doing, you can also make a donation there as well. Hope that you have a great day, and we'll tune back in later on the live stream.
Bye, guys.